Y'all, I just wanted to come on here and say that you really have to watch your kids in 2026. I just moved to a nice neighborhood. The area I moved to was kind of nice, but it still was predominantly black area. So, in a predominantly black area is never, unfortunately, it's never going to be all the way nice. So, anyway, unless it's like a lot of old retirees or something like that. I've been in this neighborhood since November. We are in May. And ever since I moved here, I noticed like people would talk to you. Mostly, it seemed like they talk to my kids more than me when they're outside. And, at first I thought nothing of it. I'm like, okay, everyone's nice, friendly, whatever. Even the kids speak. So, sometimes it's innocent. However, I noticed there's like, I'm black, as you can see. My kids are black. I mean, some of them might look mixed ish, but for the most part, we're black. You can tell we have black in us. None of them are really mixed. I mean, I got things mixed in me, but I'm not like a 50% mixed. And her granddad is white, but you can't really tell. I have three sons, and then I have her. And my teenage son is living away right now. I have a 10-year-old son. I have a 7-year-old son. He really looks 5. He's small for his age. But I notice whenever my 10-year-old is outside, this is no shade. Maybe it's just friendliness, and maybe I'm not used to it because the neighborhood I come from, it really wasn't too many people just talking to my kids. But in my old neighborhood, my neighbors right across the street, they used to talk to my teenage son all the time. But he a big boy. He taller than him, so I didn't really think none of it. But I wasn't gonna let him get too close to them. It was giving drug leaders. I'm just gonna say that, and they were a different race. But though they were a different race, it was still a predominantly black area that I just came from. I notice whenever my 10-year-old goes out there, Caucasian men tends to talk to him, and just random people, period, but especially Caucasian men. I don't, older men, like older than me, and some like old enough to be probably my grandpa, but definitely older than my mom. And I don't know, that was just a little strange to me. One of the neighbors across the street, I see him all the time. He really don't speak to me. And I believe it's the same man that my mail accidentally came to his house and he wrote a letter and it was all kind of mean toned about it. About why you getting my address? And the whole time I never gave them their address. I knew my address before I even moved in because it was like a whole 3 or 4 month process before I even moved in. I knew my address by heart. The people messed up and put the wrong address. But anyway, so that guy, first of all, that one guy, he talks to my 10-year-old a lot, and he talks to both of them too when they're out there. I'm glad I keep an eye and an ear on them because I'm right there just in case something gets weird, or he say come here, or he say come to my house. He might find his ass on his neck. That's all I'm gonna say. I go to the gym for a reason, but he's not the only one. Let me give an example. There's others too, and it's so weird because a lot of times I know people be looking out their window and stuff, have to, and then they see them and come out because I could look right before they go out. Like if I had them take out the trash, check the mail, and no one, and then all of a sudden they go out there and some grown male is talking to me. So strange. So anyway, I noticed that they come out there and talk to him. And it's weird because, like I stated, I can go outside. I don't see nobody. Nobody comes out. Nobody really greets me, talk to me, or none of that. But when they come out by themselves and you can't see me, grown people come to talk to them, especially grown males, and it made me feel uncomfortable at times. I make this video to say, watch your kids, listen out, watch, because I'm always like near the door. I'm watching, I'm listening. They probably think they're going unnoticed, but they not, because I'm right there just in case they say something weird or do something weird. I'm right there. I'm watching because I'm observing this neighborhood. So yesterday was Mother's Day, and there was a white older male with a big a cane corso. Now, this could have been an angel in disguise. This could have been somebody being used by God, or it could have been somebody used by the enemy. I don't know. But he was walking past. He started talking to my son. So I'm like, what's that talking to my son? It seems like most of the time they go out there, somebody talking to them. More times than not. And so I'm listening, and I hear the guy. I couldn't really make out what he was saying. I happened to hear him say, come here. I went to that door so fast, and when I went to the door, he was still talking to him. He was like, come here, come get a flower. And then he was like, hey, happy Mother's Day. And then every time my child would inch to him, the dog would act like he's doing something. He'd be like, sit. Or yip. He was saying like yip or something. So I guess he was saying some another language. But the guy was dressed very strange, and he had some beautiful long stem flowers in his hand. He tried to get my son one, but my son was afraid to go near the dog. And my son only went to him because he knew I was right there, and he knew if I didn't like it, I would have said something. So he knew it was okay because I walked up and I was watching. The first thing he did when the man said, come here, he looked back. And when he looked back, I was there. And anyway, so he couldn't really get it. So the man was nice and threw the flower. He was like, get that to your mother. And then he said, happy Mother's Day to me again. He said, God bless you. Like I said, he could have been an angel in disguise, or he could have been sent by the enemy. And then he went on about his way. So I don't telling him, wasn't brave enough to just let it play out anymore to see what he was going to do. Continue eavesdropping and watching without the man doing, like, I don't know what would have happened. So, I had to intervene. I had to come show my face. I did want to believe that his intentions was good. The flower, I put it outside and I stuck it up like between my porch wood. so that it can get some sun. I checked on it today. That flower was dead, and then the head part fell off. So I'm like, is that a sign? Is that a sign? But anyway, so I'm like, is that a sign that that guy's intention was bad? But anyway, back to the moral of the story. Y'all have to watch y'all kids. Y'all have to listen out, because like I said, my kids can't even go check the mail or take out the trash without a grown man, grown people approaching them. And I don't know why it's that. And they don't know it, but I'll be right there in earshot. And the guy across the street that I was talking about, he asked a couple of days ago, he asked my kids what's their names and how to spell it. So strange. Keep y'all eyes and y'all ears on y'all kids at all times. All. God bless y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.